Welcome, Capricorn. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your March 2022 reading. I've laid out your past, present, and immediate future cards. I will clarify, and I will end with an oracle card for you. If you enjoy this reading and find it useful, I would appreciate you liking and subscribing to my channel. And I thank you to those that do and continue to support me in all ways. Capricorn, let's get started with your general overall card. The energy is the Strength card. I'm sorry, the energy is the Justice card. The Justice card and the Strength card are typically reversed in many older traditional decks as a blind, a way to trick those that were uninitiated into the arts of cartomancy. But the Justice card indicates that you, Capricorn, are working towards the energy of your birth sign. That is the planet of Saturn. The Justice card indicates Saturn's energy of balancing right and wrong, building structure, clarifying the proper path, giving form and shape to our moral impulses. So the Justice card here indicates that you are rectifying something, either an experience that you have had that was unfair or unjust, or you're rectifying it on behalf of others. You're bringing balance to a situation in which there is an unbalance. And in the past, you have the High Priestess, the Seven of Swords, and the Five of Wands. The High Priestess indicates that this sense of fairness, evenness, correctness, equity that is now a focus of your energy in March is fueled by a deeper dive into your sense of self, your inner wisdom. And this is you balancing out your knowledge and experience from the past, your memories, with the direction in which you know to be true for you. The High Priestess means that the information, wisdom you contain right now, Capricorn, is true for you. And this is not necessarily to be shared with others or communicated with others. In fact, others may come to you for wisdom about or information about their correct path, their correct choices. However, you are similarly resonating to a deep sense of purpose and wisdom that applies to your best path forward. The Seven of Swords and the Five of Jades indicate that in your recent past you have been really having to cope with some dishonesty, some efforts by others to take credit for the work that you've contributed, getting misinformation, sometimes too much information. And this has often led you to feeling in the past as though you would like to realign the community that you are most familiar with in terms of gaining resources and support. So this card indicates a feeling of being left out and yet singled out at the same time. So you're singled out as a beacon and you're feeling left out because the same guidance and information that you can share with others is not necessarily being shared with you. This is you not really desiring to gain that support from others with whom you no longer feel in alignment with. You no longer feel that the actions of your tribe, of your community, have been just, fair, or equally applied to others. So there's an imbalance here, and you're collecting information in a way that allows you to observe the distrust and miscommunication that is being purposefully targeted towards you. In your immediate present, we have the Hanged One, the Eight of Swords, and the Five of Staffs. So there's a lot of change going on. This is internal change that is being reflected in your outer environment. I also see you doing a lot of analysis, a lot of trying to strategize your own behaviors or actions and thoughts, trying to analyze the thoughts and behaviors of others. And this is getting you into a state of high anxiety. You are very concerned. As you pull back from this situation, you recognize that you need a refreshed perspective. You want to consciously look at things from a different view. You're aware that the way you're seeing things is imbalanced, is inaccurate because it is imbalanced, and where you are internalizing a sense of doubt, second guessing yourself in your environment, you are recognizing that you know the direction forward for you, but in order to be able to implement the steps that you want to take, to move in the direction you want to move, you need to understand the forces around you. And others are in a state of social chaos and conflict, so that you are gaining, again, information that is not always given in the interest of creating, sharing, or learning something new. Ultimately, this is all being used by you to instruct yourself and others, to create an environment in which you can learn and grow together as a group. So this is you understanding that a new curriculum or training is important, but it is one that must be engaged in collaboratively. And this is part of your effort of moving towards this space of equity, the space of justice and balance in your life and at the core of the organization, community, or institution that you are working for. So this is you attempting to apply just practices within your community on behalf of everyone. In the immediate future, you have the Lovers, the Lady of Cups, and the Seven of Cups. This entire column is major arcana cards, and so I see your efforts at every level being directed towards moving into a new direction and making choices. There's a lot of indication that you're balancing efforts. In the case of your immediate future, the Lovers indicates that you are balancing your deepest connections. This connection, this relationship with another individual or with an event, your work, your passion. You have gained the experience to understand you have the wisdom to make choices that are best for you. You are clear that there is a right way and a wrong way. And it's so interesting how this notion of balance is playing itself out here. So that you have a choice to make, and I see you choosing yourself. This is in a somewhat, I want to say, ironic context, because as you choose yourself, as you prioritize your best path forward, the environment that is right for you, those relationships and partnerships, those connections that are based on the resonance of your own deep self-knowledge, you are equally capable of turning that over and turning that around as you expose the path of your own vulnerability here, the path of your own occasional self-doubts, the ability to second guess yourself, to not be sure about some of the steps you have taken externally or some of the ideas you have expressed, maybe experiencing a lot of blowback or feedback, negative feedback from information you've shared or steps that you've taken. However, that very process has enriched your ability to be empathetic and supportive of others in a similar situation. And ultimately, this is guiding you to a sense of unimaginable possibilities previously. You are overwhelmed by choices and options, most of which you are clear and understand are primarily distractions from the correct path forward for you. I'm going to clarify the Lover's card with the Ten of Pentacles and the Fool card. Beautiful. So your choices moving forward in your immediate future, you may be recognizing some of these opportunities now are this desire to release the past, to let go of all except for what you know inside, your deeper inner wisdom. The Fool card never abandons the sense of deep knowledge based on lifetime experience and the experiences of many lifetimes, be that through your elders or your ancestors that have lived and existed to be able to propel you forward onto this new adventure, this new journey that you are now choosing that will lead to tremendous abundance and prosperity. The Ten of Pentacles is indicating legacy building. This is about you stepping onto the path of ultimate abundance, prosperity, growth, and success, but also on the path of legacy, a kind of success that generates itself for each generation involved and for everyone involved. So this is abundance that generates abundance. And this is the foundation of your legacy at this time. This reading is very clear, Capricorn. I'm going to finish it off with an oracle card from Language of Flowers and the Crystal Oracle combined, in asking the oracle, what does Capricorn need to know for the month of March? And I'm drawn to the stone, the chrysoprase. The key word is nurturing. I open up and allow myself to be nurtured. I'm going to leave it here, Capricorn. If you've liked and enjoyed this reading, please like and subscribe to my channel. And until next time, Namaste.